Hello. The letter C in English alphabet is very interesting. There are many powerful words which start with the letter C. And that's why the title of this video is C stands for different. There may be many other letters which have many powerful words starting from them, but this letter C caught my attention. And as I was going through some of those words, I thought, let me share those powerful words with you and how they can influence your life in a very, very powerful way. Let us begin. The first word that came to my attention was connection. Are you connected? And when you inquire from yourself, connected to whom, that's when you expand your understanding, expand your consciousness. And the first and foremost person that you need to be connected with is your own self. Are you living your life from within your own self, from inside perspective, or are you living a life which is directed by the outside world? And that will make a huge shift the way you are living your life. Then you ask yourself, are you connected to the environment? Are you connected to your surroundings? Are you sensitive to what all is happening around you? And that's when you will be able to take decisions and actions which are in alignment, which are in support of the environment in which you are living. Third important is, are you connected to the universal energy which is constantly flowing? And when you are connected to that universal energy, that's when you are able to get very deep messages from within yourself, because you are being blessed with those messages by the universal energy. So ask yourself, are you connected? And the way to start getting connected at a deeper level is be in touch with yourself, pay attention, observe your surroundings, and that's when that connection will keep on strengthening. Second important word is clarity. We all need that clarity to live our life at a higher level. And why is it that we do not have clarity? The only reason that I understood was that we are not asking enough questions. We are just taking action. We are just being directed by whatever is going around us. We are not taking a pause. We are not stopping. We are not asking those questions to ourselves, whether whatever I am doing, whether whatever I am deciding is going to support my life, or is it going to create some problems in my life. When you start getting that clarity, that's when again, quality of your decisions, quality of your actions will not only be good, but they will have a very long-term influence on where you are headed. Second word, clarity. Third important word that came to my attention was confidence. What is confidence a function of? Confidence is a function of practice. Whatever you continue to practice again and again, you keep on developing confidence in that. Now, a very important caveat here, very important understanding here that needs to be presented is that only practice will not increase confidence, because question that has to be addressed is, are you practicing it right or not? And how will you get to know that? That comes from feedback. You can seek feedback from your own self. You can seek feedback from the world around you. That's when your practice will add up to your confidence. Otherwise, it may start getting represented as overconfidence or false confidence, which when actually put to use will not stand the test of time. So confidence is a function of practice and feedback associated with that. So develop that confidence by practice. Next important word that came to my understanding was conviction. How do we develop conviction? Now, you must have understood in your life that there are many people who are giving you lots of advices, lots of suggestions. But the question that need to be asked here is, are those advices and suggestions coming from conviction, or are those coming just as plain advice? They have heard it from somewhere, they have read it somewhere, and they are just passing it on to you. Many times you must have experienced that a person is very good in giving advice, but when you look at the same person's life or same person's life experience around that advice, you'll find that person falling short of it. Let me share a personal experience here. When I started my journey as a trainer and a facilitator, initial days, I used to pick up a subject which has to be shared in a classroom. and I'll just make a presentation, go out and deliver that. However, when I started reflecting on what I was presenting as information, when I started practicing the same thing in my own life, my level of conviction started rising. And that's when it became easy to sail through the same presentation. That's when it became easier to handle any kind of queries that were coming around that. So that is what conviction is all about. Do you deeply believe in what you're talking about? And when you talk with conviction, and this is again important to understand, in the leadership domain, when a leader talks with conviction, that's when people listen to it. They just don't hear, they listen to it and take action on that. So that's the difference between just plain saying or saying with conviction. Next important word is contribution. Again, something very important came to my understanding in my life is, whenever you are doing any kind of work as your contribution to life, that's when the quality of work, that's when the sense of fulfillment that you get out of it is entirely different in comparison to when you do the same work as mere work to get some money in return for that. There's a huge difference between that. Another dimension about contribution is, it is very important for all of us to understand that life has given us so much, society has given us so much. Our existence is because of the collective efforts of society. That is very important to understand. And when that is understood and develops a sense of contributing back to society, again, there's a different kind of satisfaction that you start experiencing. Give back to society, contribute to society in whatever way possible. That's going to make a difference to the way you are living your life, the level of consciousness with which you are living your life. Next important word is collaboration. We are living in a world of coexistence, and the more we are able to collaborate with like-minded people who are moving in the same direction, who are at similar level of work, similar level of excellence, that is when we will be able to solve much more problems, much bigger problems with ease in comparison to when we are working in our silos. We are supposed to work together much more. And collaboration is an important skill which helps a leader to shine much more in comparison to, again, working single-handedly. The last and one of the most important words is celebration. Ask yourself, are you celebrating life? If you notice your life today, you will figure out that from where you were some time back, from where you were a couple of years back, you have traveled a literally long distance. Have you celebrated various milestones that you touched in between? Ask yourself. Another important way to look at it is, when you're working together, there are so many people who are sweating it out, who are stretching themselves, who are giving their best to make progress in terms of the goal that has to be accomplished. Are you celebrating those small progresses that are being made? And when I'm saying celebration, it is not necessary to have pomp and show all the time, not party all the time. It can be a simple getting into a huddle and giving a shout out to each other. That is also celebration. Like it happens in the sports field. Whenever a team is able to score a goal, how they celebrate, right? So celebration needs to be part of daily life, because every day some progress is being made. So start inquiring from yourself out of these 7 words that I've shared. Let me quickly repeat them, starting with connection, clarity, confidence, conviction, contribution, collaboration, and celebration. Which one of these are you practicing? Which one of these would you like to practice more? And ask a follow-up question. How will that change your life in the next 1, 3, 6 months' time? I wish you all the best. I'll meet you in my next video. Stay safe, stay healthy.